A little fire you leave yesterday can leave you without a little tomorrow. Is Abuja a no man's land? The above question becomes pertinent and necessary in the light of the recent land revocation accusation, counter-accusation between the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, some occupants of land in Abuja, and the persistent clamor for compensation, rehabilitation, and reintegration by the original inhabitants of Abuja. The land Abuja today was originally a southwestern part of the ancient Hausa kingdom of Zauzau, that's Zaria. It was populated for centuries by several semi-independent tribes because all of these areas, Karimo, Guagua, Buari, and all of these areas were actually names of villages. You had the Bari people that were mainly populated this place, followed by the Koro and a few other tribes. The town was designated as the new Nigerian capital in 1976, replacing Lagos, which had become highly congested and overpopulated. It was considered an ideal alternative anyway because of its central location and the fact that to them, it did not belong to any major Nigerian tribe, the Yoruba, Igbos, and Hausa Fulani. And as such, it was perceived as a natural area that wouldn't cause any unrest. So you see, once you're out of the major tribe, you'll believe that cause unrest. Well, we are watching. Abuja is today one of the fastest growing and most expensive cities in Africa. And in recent years, land and property prices in these places have run into billions and millions of dollars, rivaling the prices of prime land in countries like America, United Kingdom, and France. The city is also the political capital of West Africa, accommodating regional bodies like ECOWAS, Economic Community of West African States, and the regional homes of diplomats and the international community. The city is also headquarters of major international corporations and organizations, that have found this place, this baggy land, their home. It seems everybody actually want a piece of Abuja. And as the years have also gone by, the baggy people have become more aware of the true scale and economic impact of the loss of their land. Because the more they become aware, the more they go to agitate. So the best thing is you accommodate them so that you quell the agitation. So while Lagosians are busy selling their own land and making money from same, which some people have tagged, individual oil well for Lagos, because here they say land and oil well. If the issue of compensation and inclusiveness is not carefully resolved and properly handled, soon the baggy people of Abuja might mobilize enough men and resources to request for their own land as compensation for, displacement. The same compensation which is allegedly running into billions of dollars is yet to be resolved by successive governments since that time. Have we bothered really as a people, have we bothered to stop to think about the thousands of the original inhabitants of Abuja, many of whom have been displaced to make way for the construction of a new, federal capital? So that arrest, when the conceptuals of the Abuja location presume that the land will not cost, is today brewing as the people who called Abuja home for generations, i.e. the original inhabitants of Abuja, who severally are semi-independent tribes, including the Gbagi, the Koro, the Gwarada, the Abawa, the Bassa, Gade, Dibo, Egbura, Nupe, and like all of these areas you call Guagua Karimo, and all of these Guarimpa, these are villages. The names already exist. With the Gbagi people, occupying a larger part of this land. And now today demanding, for a piece of the action, 50 years after the place was made a federal capital territory. They are fighting not just for compensation and resettlement, but for, to have a say on how the capital is managed politically, economically, and to also have a share of the huge profit that come from land sale in the territory, thanks to the unfulfilled promises, avarice, and greed of successive governments. Well, if now you go ask for, or maybe you think they are not seeing the wealth being made from their land, while their children do not have the basic education, health, and infrastructure? Have we ever wondered what will become of their tribe, their culture, their children, their heritage, their tradition, their future? Have we bothered to think about it? You think they see the big, job offers in government, ministries, parastatals, and agencies that are being distributed at the millions of money being made thereof, left, right, and center, without giving them any consideration? You think they don't know how people who could barely feed get into government in the same Abuja and land are allocated to them and they become millionaires overnight? without government fulfilling the promise of adequate compensation made to these original inhabitants years ago. So tell me, if now you no go vex. As the only home they have ever known has been portrayed as no man's land. And their inheritance is being shared freely without recourse to them. I tell you, this is a keg of gunpowder waiting to explode. As that word, no man's land, almost caused Third World War in Lagos during the last election. Yet, we still don't think that years to come, the same thing might happen in Abuja if the inhabitants are not properly cared for today. So I will therefore advocate, while under the Nigerian law, government can revoke title to land, but also under the Nigerian law, the people also have a right to customary right of occupancy. And if such rights are revoked, adequate monetary compensation, proper resettlement, rehabilitation, and incentives are provided not only to assuage the original landowner, but also as a way of protecting their right, livelihood, heritage, and future. But we are failed to do that in the terms of Abuja. So the federal government, as a matter of urgency, should set up a committee, say we like committee here, to look into the issues of resettlement, rehabilitation, and integration of the original landowners of Abuja. Failure which, the pocket of protest we are seeing them, exhibit today, might just be a child's play compared to what might happen in the future. You're seeing the Almajiris we neglected years ago are today. Some of them are today the bandits of today. Also, if somebody had predicted some years ago that the Niger Delta agitation will get to the level it has gotten to with militancy activities and the attendant violence, kidnapping and killing, that has made the place unsafe, Niger Delta unsafe for businesses today, nobody would have believed. Same thing might just play out in Abuja when the dust, don't they settle if care is not taken. Well, I don't talk my own. It is left for you to hear and act. So we hang am here for today. Simply follow us on all our social media platforms showing on your screen. Please share so that those people who can take decision will take decision so that we avert this future crisis. For a word said in half goes into the wise and becomes a whole. Let's be wise. See you next week.